Hi everyone, I'm Hoodie Angel Brandon, and welcome to another Mythic Hero Battle, Abyssal Clear. Today we are taking down the King of Dreams, Freyr, who has finally appeared before us after like a few years. He's a bit late, but we are finally ready to take him down and earn the Gold Eagle Insignia. And this map, actually kind of difficult, but for once it was actually because of Freyr himself. I feel like recently the Mythic and Legendary units are one of the easier units to deal with on the map, but Freyr himself is actually pretty dang tanky, and he has the movement to apply some pressure to your units. So he was actually kind of difficult to figure out a solution using the units that I really wanted to bring for this, but we have found a solution, and we're ready to give him a bit of a wake-up call that my team is too strong for him. But yes, this map, not too bad, but real quick, let's go over the units we'll be bringing today. This time, we have decided to give Professor Byleth a bit of a break, and so in his stead, leading the charge is the newly crowned King of Fargus, Brave Dimitri, and his build is pretty much what we already built in Hall of Forms, although we did swap out his special for Bonfire for just a bit of extra, more consistent damage. He is getting passive healing from Def Res Finish, and also we have Forest to heal him up, so we don't need to run something like Aether or Noontime to keep him sustained. So instead we're just going to take that extra damage. And then we're also running Null Follow-Up on the Seal, mostly just to deal with Freyr himself, because Freyr getting guaranteed follow-ups can chip him down, and that can be a bit of an issue. But overall, Dimitri is here to tank and protect his comrades. And speaking of tanking, we also have Valentine's Alphonse, who is running his Farsave tank setup, and he helps cover for some of the units that Dimitri will struggle with, and also helps cover everyone else when Dimitri can't wall them off. I thought it was only fitting that we bring Alphonse to finish off Freyr a second time. Next up is our adorable boy Forest, who I thought was fitting to bring to deal with the Dream King, because maybe when he sees how strong and powerful Forest is, he'll decide to give him a fairy-themed Resplendent. Okay, maybe only in my dreams, but one can hope, right? Anyway, Forest is running a Pester set with SR Far Trace and Double Savage Blow to chip enemies down and just kind of be a general nuisance. He also has his healing support with Return. We did swap out his Candlelight Staff for Gravity so that he can lock down Freyr and prevent him from rushing us down, which is actually very helpful. Because again, Freyr is really the most dangerous unit on the map, so making sure that we have time to deal with him is just super nice. And finally is our adorable bunny boy Ash, and he is running his standard offense set, nothing too crazy here, just hit hard at range and help clear out some enemies before they overwhelm us. So with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and dethrone the king. Alright, starting things off, we need to just pick off as many of these units as possible before we get overrun with reinforcements. So to start, we're going to have Dimitri move up and bait out the Sword Cav, and we're also going to tank the Green Mage. We won't be able to actually finish him off, but we will be able to do a decent chunk of damage, but more important is getting that Sword Cav down so that we can finish them off next turn. Next, we're going to have Forest use Return to move Ash up, and then we're going to move over, and we're going to have Alphonse use Shove to push Forest in range of the blue bow, but that's fine because Alphonse will be able to swoop in and protect him. Next, we're going to have Ash move up and take out the Troubadour, and it's important that we move him later so that we can get Blade Session to let us one-shot the Troubadour so that we don't have to take the counterattack and lose any HP, because keeping his HP up for later will be very important. Take him down, one-shot it, and on their turn, the blue bow moves in to attack Alphonse. We won't be able to actually finish them off in one round, but that's fine. Just chipping them down for next turn is still helpful. Green Mage attacks Dimitri. It looks like the king is in trouble, but don't underestimate him. That damage reduction is going to protect him very nicely. We survive, even if only just barely. And the Sword Cav moves in and just does absolutely nothing to Dimitri. Next turn, we're going to have Dimitri attack the Sword Cav, hit him with the bonfire, totally overkill, but takes him down, and we heal a little bit off of Def Res finish. And speaking of healing, next we're going to have Forrest heal him and pull him back, and move Forrest down. Next, we could have Ash attack the Axe Knight, but we can't actually one-shot him, so for now it's better to just move him over, so that we can also move Alphonse over and protect him with our save skill. Green Mage attacks Dimitri, but this time doing a lot less damage, and we're going to finish him off on counterattack. And the blue bow now will attack Alphonse, and we're just going to no-sell that and return with a bonfire to take them out as well. Protect Ash, keep the good boy safe. Red Manakete now moves in to attack Dimitri. Doesn't do a whole lot, and we take him out on counterattack. Now we can have Ash and Forrest attack this Axe Knight. We're going to have Forrest move in and attack first, just to provide a little bit of a boost with Ash's Blade Session. And now we're going to move him over, and Ash will now attack the Axe Knight. Won't be able to finish him still, but we'll do a decent chunk of damage. And we're just going to end turn there, making sure Alphonse is there to protect Ash. And Dimitri will wall off the Green Fafnir and the Lance Fighter. Bow Cav attacks Alphonse. We can't do anything on counterattack because of another Fire Sweep weapon, but that's fine. The Axe Knight attacks into Ash, and we barely survive the bonfire, which is why it was very important to keep his HP up from earlier, because we haven't had a time to heal him with Forest since then. Green Fafnir attacks Dimitri, and we endure, take him out on counterattack, and heal most of the way up. Lance Fighter attacks Dimitri as well, but apparently did not learn the lesson from what happened to the Green Fafnir, because they die as well. Next, we're going to have Ash take out the Bow Cav, hit him with the lethality, and just utterly destroy them, drop some debuffs, and Dimitri will attack the Red Bat. Can't quite take him out, but we will be able to do a good chunk of damage, not take too much in return. And now Forrest can clean up, hit her with his attack, and more importantly, spread Savage Blow and Gravity, lock down Fafnir, and chip him down a little bit for later. And next, we're going to have Alphonse move in and finish off the Axe Knight. Ash cannot take another hit, so we want to keep him safe. Red Cav attacks Alphonse, and we do take some damage, but tank it and return with a bonfire, do some decent damage back. Freyr attacks Dimitri, and this is why we needed no follow-up, because we cannot afford to eat a bonfire from Freyr. So making sure he doesn't get that follow-up is very important. Red Thief attacks Dimitri, and couldn't quite finish him off, but do a good chunk back. And it was important to make sure that Dimitri was not in range of Alphonse while tanking that Red Thief, because Alphonse will try and intercept and will die. But Dimitri finishes off the Green Bat, and from here it's a lot of cleanup. So we're going to start by having Forrest take out the Red Thief. Bam! Just a little bit of damage, but it's enough to finish him off, drop more Savage Blow and Gravity on Freyr and lock him down again. And next, we can't have Alphonse finish him off, but we can have Ashe do it. And now we're going to have Dimitri pull Forest out of the way. And now we just need to kind of just keep Freyr locked down while we ping him and slowly get into a position where we can finish him off by charging Ashe's special. There we go. And next turn we should be able to finish him, but first we have to have Dimitri pull Forest to safety once more. And now Ashe can finish the goat. Hit him with a lethality, and down he goes. There we go. So that was one of the more challenging maps recently, but it still wasn't that bad. Having two strong tanks to take out enemies on enemy phase, while keeping Ashe safe to clear out some key threats on player phase was super helpful. But I think the actual star of the show there was Forest, being able to lock the enemies down with Gravity and chip them with Savage Blow. Just made cutting through that massive defense a lot easier, and also kept us from getting taken out by being overwhelmed. But overall, my units did a great job. With that one, another Abyssal cleared. So anyway, thank you guys as always so much for watching. Hopefully, if you were struggling, this gave you some ideas on ways to approach this map. And until next time, this is Hoodie Angel Brandon and the Angel Army signing out.